Did you know that Lizzie is officially 100 years old? She is a 1923 Ford Model T. 1923 to now 2023. She is now a century old. Take a look at her license plate on her spare tire. It reads MT23, which means Model T 1923. "100 years." Though this is a toy car, in real life, cars don't live to be 100. Lizzie here had a very long life. In terms of cars, when you say that it had a very long life, you mean it had a lot of miles in it. The thing about the Cars universe is that they make characters that are identical or very similar. Like Jackson Storm and Dat's Jammin', for example. Their card arts are very similar. I mean, look at their facial expressions and their body designs. Don't they look identical to you? Are they related? According to their diecasts, that Jackson Storm is thicker than Dat's Jammin'. Is it possible that they're cousins? Their eye colors are somewhat similar, except that Jackson's eye color is more grayish blue, and Dat's eye color is more bluish. Also, there are two cars that have the same last name. The leakless racer on the left is Brian Spark, and the British police car on the right is Scott Spark. Are these two related? Both Sterling and K-Pillar Durev are identical. Basically, K-Pillar is a Sterling repaint because they have the same mouth expressions and similar eye expressions, and they have the same model. I often mistaken K-Pillar for Sterling because they look so identical. Except they have different license plate numbers. Is it possible that K-Pillar Durev is related to Sterling? Is it possible that they're cousins? Since K-Pillar and her sister May-Pillar both have the same last names, it's likely that Sterling has two cousins. Though none of this is confirmed but for real, but this is my guess. Another difference are their eye colors. Sterling's is blue, and K-Pillar's is hazel. Comparing Royce Revsley with Shifty Sidewinder, which is the green car on the left, they're both identical, very similar cars. The main difference you obviously see are their paint colors, but they do have similar back engines. But also, Shifty on the left here has a roof rack, spare tire, and fog lamps, and he has thicker tires. But Royce here has thinner tires, even though both of them are the same model. They're both VW Beetles. Also, the back windows are different. Shifty's is wider, and Royce Revsley's is narrower. The real Chris Rev Stop Ski is on the right, and the one on the left is the incorrect version of Chris Rev Stop Ski. The one on the left looks totally like a different character. This is the true Chris here, and if this is Chris here, then who is that? They're both pickup trucks, except that obviously their decals are different. They have different license plates, different vehicle models, and also they don't have decals. I mean, the correct Chris Rev Stop Ski does not have the official on the back tailgate, but only on the sides. So, yeah, definitely a different character. This one's totally different. This is Chris right here. Maybe this is Dexter Hoover disguised as Chris Rev Stop Ski, because he really enjoyed flag waving in the Piston Cup, but since the new generation started, he either got fired or he voluntarily retired. But if he's in disguise, more than likely he got fired, and that he still wanted to be in the job. So he pretended to be Chris Rev Stop Ski so that he can still flag wave, and which is against Piston Cup standards. I wonder what happened to Chick Hicks's former driver, Rod Dangerhall, after Chick Hicks retired from racing. It's possible that he still hires him to transport all of his Chick Hicks for Chick's Picks studio equipment in between races. Also, Chick Hicks no longer races for Hostile Takeover Bank, and yet his trailer still has the HTB logo, and it still has Chick Hicks's picture on it. Natalie Certain here is a high-tech hybrid electric car, even though you say electric, except she still has some tailpipes on the back, and yet there is no gas cap. So it's possible she's electric. She's modeled after a Tesla Model S. But comparing to Donna Pitts, obviously not brand new. Look how rusty she looks. She definitely needs a coat of rusties. Imagine being inside an old rusty car and it smells like BO. But comparing and contrasting to a brand new electric vehicle like Natalie, brand new car smell, which is more pleasant. There is absolutely no stalling allowed on Todd Marcus's race team, because his crew chief is the boss when he's in the pits. His crew chief used to be a National Guard Rapid Deployment Specialist, which means he is a veteran. A 10 hut! Get to the pits and change your tires, soldier. If you visit Radiator Springs, stop by Sarge's Surplus Hut. I bet Sarge would be good friends with you. And you definitely do not want to mess with Piston Cup security team leader Marlon Clutches McKay, because not only he's the head of security, but he's also a military veteran. According to the Meet the Cars book, that he used to be an armored troop carrier.